All right, news just coming in. Another alleged case of forced conversion being reported from Jammu and Kashmir after Sikh girls in Kashmir. This is the shocking tale of someone who is knocking on the doors of justice. Nitika Saini says her story is one of betrayal, conversion and subsequent abandonment. She was working in the HR department of a hospital in Jalandhar, where she claims Syed Arfin Shah and his mother Mahmooda Naz convinced her that she should get married and convert. But after marriage, when she was converted, her name was also changed and her life turned into a nightmare.
महमूदा नाज और वकूल शाह ने मेरी काउंसलिंग करी कि मैं एक कैंसर पेशेंट हूँ टिल 2007 से, तो आई एम अनेबल टू मेक फिजिकल रिलेशन विद माय हस्बैंड, तो तुम मेरे हस्बैंड से शादी कर लो। तो ही टोल्ड मी कि मैं अपनी मम्मा से बात करता हूँ। उसने अपनी मम्मा से बात करी। आफ्टर दैट उन लोगों का रिएक्शन था उसके पापा का, 20,000 दे के तू रख ले या 20,000 दे के पर मंथ मैं रख लेता हूँ। 14 मार्च को वो अपनी शॉप पे गया मुझे ये बोल के कि मैं वहाँ बिज़नेस शुरू कर लेता हूँ दोबारा से। 14 मार्च रात को मुझे वीडियो कॉल वॉइस कॉल आती है व्हाट्सएप पे कि हम लोग भाग जाते हैं, मेरे पेरेंट्स जो है मुझे मरवा देंगे। आफ्टर दैट वो उसके सारे फ़ोन स्विच ऑफ, सारा कुछ मतलब वो गायब हो जाता है। रिपोर्ट के बाद नेक्स्ट डे सुबह 6 बजे उसकी वाइफ की फेसबुक आईडी से एक वीडियो आती है जिसमें वो बोलता है मैं अपनी फैमिली के साथ आउटिंग पे आया हूँ, मैं मिसिंग नहीं हूँ। लेकिन 13th को आके उसने मेरे साथ ज़बरदस्ती रेप करने की कोशिश की, मुझे फिजिकली हरास करने की कोशिश की, जिसमें सरकार से अमित शाह जी से यही कहना चाहती है जो आपने मुस्लिम धर्म के लिए इतने वो बनाए हैं, तीन बार बोलना तलाक वो कैंसिल किए हैं। मैं चाहती हूँ हिंदू लड़कियों के लिए भी थोड़ा सोचें हमारे लिए और मेरी जो कंप्लेंट है उस पर एक्शन लिया जाए।
Really startling story there by the lady. Pradeep Datta is joining us live. What happened to her then, and why does she want now a law of the kind that we see in Uttar Pradesh and Madhya Pradesh against forcible conversion? Pradeep.
See, Padmaja, problem is that many girls are facing this kind of a problem, and they had been victims of betrayal and they had been abandoned by their husband. The same has been the story of this young girl, dynamic girl basically, who was in the HR department in one of the hospitals working in Jalandhar. As you rightly said, that time her mother-in-law convinced her to marry his son, and finally she thought that they are from the moderate Muslim family. She got married, but she got the first shocker when she was allegedly converted. Her name was changed from Nitika Saini to Nafisa. But the big shock came to her when father-in-law in front of mother-in-law told her to marry him too. And that time she got shell-shocked, and when he brought this to the matter to the notice of her husband, she thought that her husband will be standing by her. But nothing of that sort happened. She said that her husband instead started taking side of his family members. And after that she knocked the door for justice. She approached women police cell in this regard. But she says that one of the officials there who also belonged to the same community, instead of helping her, she also tried to in fact ask her not to file any case against them. So she too was in a way supporting her in-laws family members. So now she is knocking door for justice. She wants there should be law so that the girls like her should not suffer, because she says that initially she was made to believe that they were not conservative but they were moderate Muslim, so she will be leading a better lifestyle. But nothing of that sort happened. She was completely betrayed during Nikah Nama. When name was changed, she was converted to Islam. When she objected to that, she was told that this is just a piece of paper, nothing is going to happen. But you can very well understand if a girl gets married and father-in-law says that you have to marry him too.
Okay.
So you can very well understand what this girl must be going through her plight. But the problem is that she is knocking for justice. Even the women police cell is not doing anything. They too have failed to come to her rescue. That's one of the reasons with folded hands she's requesting Lieutenant Governor Manoj Sinha and Amit Shah to do something for them, because she says after listening to the story of the girls from Kashmir Valley, she too got the guts to speak before camera. And otherwise she said that all these days she had been suffering alone. At many a times she said that she was thinking of committing suicide. She said that once when she told even the women police cell official also that she will be committing suicide, instead of consoling her, what she said that you can commit suicide, she has no problem with that. So finally she had no other option but to speak to media regarding her plight. And this is not the only case. There have been many cases, but everybody is trying to wrap these things under carpet. Maybe this doesn't sound intellectual to them, this kind of a conversation, but that's a harsh reality. One has to look into this RCLT. We had been talking about the 2 Sikh girls in Kashmir Valley. Now this girl, who is basically from a very good family, her father has been a retired
Absolutely.
chief engineer, and she was from the Jalandhar area working in one of the hospitals, and she's also suffering a knocking
It
toll,
is quite
but nobody is
startling, of
listening to
course.
her
However,
because
the
one-
argument being made is that there are many shades to these stories. Ultimately, a criminal investigation should reveal the truth. Pradeep, for the time being, for getting us the story of this lady, thank you very much.